Hello, I'm here. So, let me have a show you this. So, as you see, corals dripping.
What the fuck, man?
Corals are all dripping. All my colonies, look, all my colonies up there, Rico. Gone. All of them have gone. All of them.
Hold on, man. What's going on, Paul?
That's it. Corals, all gone.
Are you bullshit? Let me see, man.
Here, watch this. Watch this. Ready? Strawberry shortcake. Gone. Corals. Gone. Other ones.
Oh my,
Gone. All of them gone.
dude, did something spike or what the hell?
No, I had a heater blow up the other day. Remember when I said about the heater blowing up?
Yeah. So it was
I think-
something from the contaminants with inside the damn heater.
That's what I'm assuming, yeah. Well, what happened? My
Yeah,
heater,
that's exactly what it was.
and it blew my wave maker up at the same time. So my wave maker blew. Because obviously electric shock, it's a live element, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like my wave makers blew. So it's...
Wow. That's no good, man. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Rico, how you doing?
I'm all right, man.
Yeah, Rainbow Montipora, gone.
Damn.
It all
bag?
seems to be. It all seems to be. Let me just pin this bit here. It all seems to be this section here. You know this area? All this area where all these colonies used to be. All of them have just gone. This one's in the middle of stripping here. But I can't move it because it's on a big rock. So it's stripped half there. It's travelling along. So all that's going to go. Shit happens, doesn't it?
I might get my damn headphones. I can't hardly hear for whatever reason.
Let's just get on the chat so people can see. I can't see anyone. All because of a £20 item. You know what I mean?
There I go. So you just woke up to this today, or this afternoon, or?
Right. Well, yesterday I was at work, and the missus came home from work, and she walked into the house, and she said that she could smell grass in the house. You know, like smell of grass.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so I'm thinking, well, we've not cut the grass recently. I said, and it's autumn. You don't smell grass. I walked in from work, and all I got was a big waft of SPS smell.
Oh my God.
A big, like, really strong smell. And the strawberry shortcake were completely gone. But I looked at everything else, and everything else seemed all right. So I'm thinking, strawberry shortcakes, you look at them wrong, the strip. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, fair enough. It's been moved from another tank. It's been in this tank now for about 3-4 weeks. It's been fine. I thought, it might be that. It might just be that. Woke up this morning, all of them gone. You know what I mean?
Hey, Rico.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
Rico, my thinking on this, you know the heating element in the heaters?
Yeah.
Well, Paul, was yours the one with the thin wires, like the spiral wires?
Yeah, it was the E-iron one, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. When you get a kettle and stuff like that, and you first switch it on, you get that smell, that burning off smell.
Yeah.
That's the metal, isn't it? And when it heats up, it kind of carbonizes on the metal.
Mm.
So I
think there's a coating. I think there's a coating of stuff that's kind of toxic. That's also.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking when it's exploded, that's gone into that coating and that carbonization. It's like it's dry. So when it's gone into the water, that's going to just leak like dust. Go into your water.
Yeah, exactly. It's a powder, and yeah. So you did water change right away, but did you run a brand thing of carbon?
Yep, fresh carbon.
A hot fresh carbon.
I've got fresh carbon today again. I've got more water running, so I'm going to do another one. So like I've got you see that I took everything out of the sump because it's all going to get
so Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now you said. Now this is gonna bring me to something else because you said that you did as soon as you broke the thing, you ended up doing a water change, right away.
Yeah.
That also could have played a big part because your parameters are so pretty much stable because you do pretty much doing the Triton over there. That could have caused that as well, and I'm not going to rule that out just because that is a big shock to a system that is running a certain way with no water changes. Trust and believe when I say that. But if you would have just threw on some fresh carbon and left it alone, then we would know exactly what it would have been. But because you did do that water change right away, I almost guarantee now my money would be on because you did that water change and those parameters are set to your dosing by doing Triton, you doing the Triton.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I checked the KH after I did the water change, and I think it changed like 0.2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not like it was a big one up, one down.
Well, it ain't just KH we're talking about. We're talking about salt, that all the elements.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was saying, Rico, was I was saying to Paul, if it was me, I wouldn't use a synthetic salt water change. I'd do a natural seawater water change because that's what Triton is working to. So it's more of a buffer. So you know what I mean? Because you're trying with the Triton elements, you're getting it back to natural seawater. So if you did a natural seawater change, that's not going to be the same as a synthetic salt water change.
Yeah.
Because they buffer the synthetic salts.
So how much SPS you have left that's actually okay, that's not stripping at all?
Well, I've got all the Millie, and the Monty are in the rainbow. Are all doing perfectly fine. Okay. So everything on the right hand side of my tank is perfect. I've got acros that are absolutely polyps out, happy as chappy. So everything on this side, so I've got all them acros here. Everything through here is doing good. The shortcake, which is this side, but the rest of it is all on this side, this section here.
Yeah.
Literally where the overflow comes out. You know where the overflow comes out?
Yeah, where the initial contact point.
Yeah.
I even took this off. Blasted. I even took this off today, right, just to stop it all being blasted. Do you know the RFG?
Yeah.
I'll put that back on later. That's up that way.
Wow.
But it's literally like I want to say about SPS on this side. So you've got the acros, all the acros in here. All of them have gone milli perfectly fine.
Paul, what flow have you got going through the system now?
What liters per hour and all that crap?
Yeah. Have you turned your turnover flow down?
No.
So I know it's all right saying it now, but what I would have done is knocked off your return, and then whatever's in your sump is in your sump, and it's not in the display, right?
Yeah.
And then you could have water changed your sump. So have you looked into your sump to see if there's any settlement of any black dust or anything in your sump?
This is what I cleaned out of my sump. This is what all filter floss. This is what I cleaned out of my sump. So
the thing is, your filter floss works when it's gone through your display though, and then back in again.
This is what I've actually scraped from the bottom of my sump.
Right.
So when
that's what I would have done. I would have isolated your return, and then water changed. If you're going to do the water change, just turn out the sump water, because that's where your heater was. So it's going to be concentrated in there. Do you see what I mean?
To tell you the truth, this doesn't look dirty. It's just like sand and miracle mud. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So there's nothing like untoward within that.
Yeah.
Looks wrong.
I think it's a bit late now, to be honest. I think it's probably all mixed up everywhere now, but
yeah.
Wait. So what happened?
Heater exploded.
I went for so long. I
Killed all my corals.
You've been a bit dramatic. It hasn't killed all your corals, Paul.
Yeah, not all of them.
Come on. That's like clickbait.
This is in the middle of a crash. I'm not going to deny that. Because when it
Yeah,
started,
but then you need to slow it down and freeze it before it gets worse.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to lose anything else.
No.
If he was, other corals will be showing, some kind of STNN or RTNN right at this moment. And if he says all his polyps are out and the corals are looking really good, then it's probably done, because he's done digital water change, he's done whatever, so things are settling back. Toxins are really at a low if they're still existing after the carbon and stuff like that. So if he doesn't see any coral stripping from the base up or anything like that, then it's probably over. He's probably good to go.
It's like there's one that's halfway stripped at the minute. And the one side that's stripped, the other side, it's happy as a chappy. Got polyps out, and it's.
Well, leave it. Did you pulled it?
I can't. It's literally based onto the rock. There's no way that I can
Okay, so then leave it and see if it stops. If it stops, then it's good. Yeah, I mean, it can stop on its own. I've had corals do that, and then it takes a long time, but they'll go right back over their old skeleton.
What's weird,
Paul,
right? DJ,
Paul, you know the side that it's gone? Is it gone on the side where the flow will be hitting it?
It's gone where the water, the return comes out. That's
what I'm saying.
Straight over the top.
Yeah, so that's been coated with it then, hasn't it? That's why it's hit that side.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it got all the initial ground zero of toxins that hit from.
That Rico, what do you reckon? To me, that sounds like a contact.
Exactly what it is.
Toxin, right? So it's landed on the skin and then it's burnt it. It's stripped it, right? So if it hasn't landed on it, then I think it's probably more of a physical reaction.
No, it's just like when you got salt creep. I know when people get salt creep because they don't maybe take good care of the top of their tank or whatever, and they knock off big chunks of salt back in, and it lands on a coral. It does the exact same thing when it comes to SPS. Burns
like
the
a
hell out of
reaction.
It. Yep.
So what do you reckon I should do?
Nothing at this point. Leave it alone.
Yeah, if it's a contact reaction, Paul, then like Rico said, change out your carbon and run it again. And
run some more carbon.
That'll just suck it up.
Just run it slower. Don't be running at high speed. Just run carbon slow.
What would you say? Just a little bit. Take it out like daily, would you say? Or
what? No.
Once it goes in, it'll stay in. So
yeah. Yep.
Just like what you've done, really, Paul. Run some fresh carbon again. Run your filter floss again, and just keep changing it out to get it out of the system.
Just don't run your carbon. Don't run your carbon full blast.
Right.
Just don't do that. Don't run it full blast.
Just use a lot less of it.
No, well, you can use as much as you want. It's the if you got a way to control the flow through the reactor, that's what you do. You control the flow through the reactor. Doesn't matter if you got a metric ton of carbon hooked up to your system. It's all about the flow going through the carbon and coming out the other end. If you're blasting the water through there, and I mean, it's like taking something from 100 and using carbon to strip it and turning the carbon all the way up full blast coming out, going through it and coming out. You're going from 100 to 0 real quick. You don't want that. You want to dog walk whatever it is slow, because you already shock things one way. You don't want to shock it back the other way. So it's like a heating issue, meaning tank hit 84 degrees. Well, that's fine. Well, now you want to get it back in the range. Well, you don't want to go from 84 back to 78, 77 degrees real quick. Those are the problems people get into. That's what causes big issues, stripping, killing coral. You want to take 84 and slowly bring it down over hours of time. It took hours to go up. You want to bring it hours to come back down.
Got you.
I'll
So
tell you the other thing as well. Rico will love this one, but if it's a dust, if it's a particle that's gone in from the heaters, then the other one is bubbling. Just run bubbling 24 hours, because that's
my tank is
physically going to
bubbling
grab
right
it.
now. I'm here in Chicago, and my tank's full of bubbles right now. It's bubbling away right now at home.
I'll do that.
Run your bubbling. Just run your bubbling all day, all night, because that's physically going to lift it out of where it's settled down.
Right.
Yeah,
And
it will.
the skimmer and your filter floss will carry that through then.
I suppose that's a good thing and all. If it is stripping, it'll pick up the skin and take it up instead of it sticking to other SPS, which will kill that and all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if there's any of it coating your coral, it's going to get that off the coral as well.
I've got some frags anyway. I've took some frags off the main ones before they're completely stripped at the top.
Right.
I've got frags of them still.
And Bubba said polyfilter can pull some of the heavy metals, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's why I might go and get some polyfilter.
Yep, we can. So
people use polyfilter instead of skimmers, don't they?
Yeah.
I see my skimmers in the back garden. That's getting cleaned because that was right next to the heater. So there's stuff around that. I'm going to go clean before I put it back in.
I know what, I might get one before we leave. They had different ones.
Yeah. Trying to get dressed here. I gotta go get my breakfast and get ready to head over to Alex G's aquarium.
How's it going at the experience show, Rico?
Cool. I was hanging out with Joy for a while. She's not doing the vending or anything. She's just cruising and walking. And she was telling me that did really good over there, Nick, for the thing that you guys just had over there. She said, it did really well. So good job.
Oh man, I tell you what, Rico, I've got shops ringing me and asking me, what I think about changing their coral base to the halides and the reef halides and LEDs, and the putting their orders in now after that show. One by one, they're swapping out. But I saw the stream which you did with Michael and Joy. So you guys said that you're my Play-Doh, right? And I'm molding you.
Yeah. You like that?
I'm like, oh man. I feel like you make me have to be like Paul, a control freak or something.
No, you're okay, man. we had it go just tease you, man, bust your balls a little bit.
No, it's fun. It was funny.
Hey, Paul, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's it?
Paul, can you hear me?
Yeah, we gotta get together and do some more. Tony said yes.
Paul. I don't know where Paul is.
So it's the nickel and the Jaeger Eheim heaters.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Narcosis, some metals in there.
Yeah.
The coil is made out of nickel and zinc, and that's the things that are bad about them.
So if that's heating up, that's going to be zinc oxide, right?
Yeah, zinc oxide or zinc hydrogen oxide.
Yeah,
hydrogen. Yeah,
it's fine. Detox. If I got this detox, you reckon I could get some detox? Because Mike has got some.
Oh yes, dude. I would get that detox and detox your tank.
Detox isn't going to do anything to hurt it either, Paul.
But doesn't detox only takes out copper, doesn't it? Yeah,
but it will take out other stuff as well. But to be honest, the detox, is it the Triton detox has got?
Yeah.
Yeah, just follow the instructions, but that won't hurt anything to use it anyway. So why not?
No.
And also, I have used it, and I have it here too. So, and it does remove all heavy metal, not just copper.
Yeah, but they say that, but it doesn't. They say it doesn't. Like Markev's used it, tested it, sent it ICP test off before, in the middle of it, and after it, and it only removed copper. It removed the other ones.
Well, the problem was that he still had it leaching in his tank from somewhere.
Yeah, but he strips it completely out. There was nothing in his tank. All the stuff he had was new, and he did it completely. And he's always said that. But like I said, Mark, trust me, Mark's one of the best reefers and all.
Yeah, Mark's a good reefer.
Very quietly, he doesn't come on like live streams and that.
It depends on the levels of the strips, though, Paul. It might take the copper out more than it takes the other ones out. You know.
Well, the problem is it could have been his water source. It could have been his return pump, his wave pumps. It could have been something that he didn't think of.
Yeah.
I think it was. He originally got it from his UFO light underneath.
But then it depends where that's collected up. It might have lodged into his pumps, into his impeller shafts, and all of that. You know where you get that gunk building up. He could have had bits of it built up in with the gunk in his impeller shafts. That's the other thing you're going to want to do as well, Paul. Actually, when you do all of this, you want to get all your equipment out, your pumps and everything, and clean them up.
Yeah, you do want to give it a once over. Yeah, clean stuff up after something like that. Be your best option as well.
Just to make sure there's no contaminants that are like in your impeller shafts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's outside anyway, ready to get done.
Thing is, Paul, you're one of those. Like next week, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, all my coral's looking fantastic again."
Well, this has never happened to me before. It's like bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's reefing for you, So I said to Michael the other day before he went to Chicago, he said, Nick, honestly, everything is looking amazing. I've never had it looking this good. And I said, I'll tell you what, Michael, now is the time to be very careful then. Watch everything, because when everything is as good as it can be, with reefing, you're kind of waiting for something to go wrong. Right, Rico? You're waiting
it's
almost
only a matter of time.
Yeah. So the longer everything looks good, the more chance there is something going wrong. So that's why I said to Michael, that's great, but don't get complacent with it. Don't take your eye off the ball because everything's looking so good, because sooner or later something's going to go wrong.
Well, Mrs. is here saying that's what you do.
That's what?
Well, I'm going to hop off, guys. I'm going to hop off. I got to go get breakfast, and I got to get ready. Tim's picking me up, and taking a 40-minute drive over to Alec G's aquarium.
Rico, what time are you going to be back at the show?
I'll be at the show probably right when it opens, a little after it opens. You coming or what, man?
Yeah, man, I'll see you there.
Yeah?
Yeah, come on, man. It's only 2 hours from me. I'm about to wake my wife up now so we can go.
Nice.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, come on, man. Stop playing. You said you was going to be in Magna and didn't.
I'm not kidding you. I'll be there.
Okay.
Oh, Rico, I spoke to Cruz last night.
Where? Chicago, babe? See? So you know I'm going.
Okay. What, Nick?
Rico, I spoke to Cruz last night, and Mike Paletta's flown in, so he'll be there as well, right?
Yeah. I was talking to Mike at Frankenstein, too. He said, yeah, he'll be here.
Oh, nice.
So
you guys made me jealous. I wish I was there now. Like, there's you there, there's Michael there.
I thought Cruz was coming. I thought Cruz was coming yesterday, but I guess he couldn't.
No, he had to work. But he's definitely there today. He's definitely going to be there today with Mike and that. So he's stoked to hook up with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Michael talked to him yesterday. So, and I guess Ling is not coming.
I wasn't sure because I thought he was, but I know
he said he was, and then there were some things going on with him. Okay. So I don't know. He might surprise. I have no idea. So we'll see. If he is, cool. We'll all be going out to dinner. So
nice. All right, we'll have fun, Rico.
All right, guys. You guys take it easy, Paul.
You too.
Don't worry about it. It's part of the hobby. So don't worry about it. It's just one little bump in the road. You'll be okay, man.
Yes, okay.
So, all right. I'll catch you guys. We'll talk later.
Take it easy, Rico.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that sounds okay, Paul. I'd just do that, to be fair, mate. If you've still got coral that's going okay.
Yeah. You get my missus telling me off all the time because something's dying.
You're in for a big one today, then.
Hey, so how long ago did this happen? What all have you done? Did you do a water change?
One second, mate, I can't hear you because you really want me to turn you up.
Yeah, so for some reason I am off mute, but it still shows that I'm on mute.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you now. You're just really low.
Oh, I got you.
Right, go on.
All right. What I said was, how long ago did this happen, and what have you done since it happened? You did a water change, right?
Yeah, did a water change, changed the carbon. Like I said, I took all the crap out of it. I even turned my skimmer up to skim more shit out.
Okay.
But it's just got from bad to worse.
Yeah, I
Did
would
you
have
put in?
isolated your. I would have isolated your sump and then just basically stripped out all your sump and water
Yep.
changed that
That's
and
it,
cleaned up all your kit and done that. But yeah, but I mean, if anyone's listening, you know that
Yeah.
if you get something like that, then isolate the sump, because if your heater's in the sump, that's where, like Rico was saying, that's like ground zero. So you might get particles of glass and other stuff that's still in the sump because
How
it's
many
heavier.
people do you know that have had an heater explode in the tank?
I have.
Oh yeah, I've known a few, and known people that
Explode.
they've
Yep.
got cracked and all kinds of stuff. But for
Bust
me,
open.
that's why I use the titanium ones, because
What I
that's
think's made it
one less
explode,
worry.
I think it's had a condensation's got in it somehow, so it's obviously had a gap in it, and that condensation's like with the heat, there's literally a lot
Well,
evaporated. Caused
you got to
a
remember
thing.
with the heaters, yours will have like probably a rubber cap on it, right?
Yeah, it has the rubber cap at the top.
Yeah. So with that rubber cap, you got to remember salt water is corrosive. So
Yeah.
over time, rubber, it'll get brittle, it'll shrink, it'll expand, and you'll eventually you'll form like little gaps and things like that. And then it gets in there and it shrinks and expands and makes that gap bigger. And that's why you can get water in them, you can get condensation. How old was the heater, Paul?
What would you say, 12 months?
It's
One
not that
year.
old. It's
Yeah,
not that
about 12,
old
about
for a
12
heater.
months old.
Yeah, so it's not that old for a heater then.
No.
So
Have you like hit it with something, or like accidentally like knocked it around, or
No, I
flows
never.
hitting it, knocking it against the glass?
That bit where the heater is, in my son, my skimmer's at the side of it, and that's there, and none of them get touched.
Okay.
so
So
it can
I
even
never
be
went to the sump. I don't need to.
it can even be like vibration, because obviously you've got your pumps and everything spinning, and you get very, very fine vibration. And over time, vibration can cause, like, if it's glass and it's got a slight, not necessarily a fault, but glass it's not always exactly the same thickness. It can be thinner in some places, and over the course of time with vibration, it can cause it to fracture.
Well,
Dang, Nick, you're smart.
No,
the electric
well,
shock caused the
it's
thing to fall down.
resonance, right? It resonates. So yeah, so stuff that. But again, Paul, don't get for me personally, my advice: don't get another glass one. Get a titanium one, because it's just one less thing that can go wrong with it.
I've got a temperature controller anyway, so I could get a
Yeah,
titanium one.
exactly.
Uh,
Because the element's not going to stick if you use a temperature controller. You're not going to crack it. You're not going to have it explode on you. All of those kind of things. Touch wood. So far for me, I know people say, "Oh, titanium heaters aren't 100%," but in all the years I've been using them, I've never had one fail on me yet, and I've been using them 5-6 years.
so, my titanium heater was a Phoenix, and I had it for a couple years, and it started to leach vanadium in my water.
Right. I don't think we have that brand over here, Narco. It's just that one. We use the Shigo ones, the German ones. Well, that's the ones I use. Either Aquamedic or Shigo.
Oh, I got you.
But yeah, I mean, I've used those ones for 5-6 years now. The Shigo ones I've been using for over 2.5 years, and I hadn't had any problems with them.
They said here, corrodes the coil and changes the resistance. What does that mean? On the chat.
What, the resistance to the electricity?
I don't know. I don't know what it means. I'm not an electrician. I don't know all this stuff. What does that mean, babe? The thing is, right, will an electric shock going through the water cause a problem or not? Because it blew
Not,
me, wave maker, didn't it? Because when that happened, it blew me wave maker and all.
not to that extent, because it's like all your fish are still alive, right?
Yeah.
Because it has to be earthed, you know. But the reason it blew your wave maker is because your wave maker's earthed.
The wave maker's not Earth though, because it was an American one, an American plug.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's still in the socket, right? Going to the ground.
Yeah, but it's not got an Earth thing on it. Do you know, like we have Earths over here? They're not in America, do they?
No, but it's still like that's probably you didn't have a neutral. You didn't have a neutral, did you?
Yeah, but never the Earth one. Do you know the third one?
Yeah,
Never, that's why it's blown, isn't it?
yeah, but that's why we have them, because that extra level of safety. But that's because it was plugged into the wall, you know, so it could ground.
You stupid wave makers. I didn't pay for it anyway, so it was all right. I got it for free.
Yeah. But yeah, it wouldn't have been good, mate.
I know.
That's not good. Well, I thought you were losing like all of your coral, but
I didn't say crashed. I said crashing.
Okay.
Well, it says tank crashing, that's what it is. When you cause a strip in one by one, that's a crash.
Yeah.
In motion. So it is
well, it's up to you. Do you want to come through to mine tomorrow?
Yeah, what I'll do, I'll give you a shout in a bit, Nick.
Yeah, because if you want to come through to mine, I can give you a couple of titanium heaters.
Yeah, I'll have to get in touch with Mark Ebb and I'll see if I can get the stuff off him.
Yeah, and I've got.
I've clipped it off. So again, I got that. Put it there. It was stripping a bit, so I clipped it. What? No, that's what these are saying. Are you there, Nick?
Yeah.
Right. Explain to me, Mrs. About it might not all. Well, my missus said it might not all strip. She's right, isn't she?
Yeah.
But like, what do you want to know? What kind of shouting at me?
I think it's more of a contact. I think it's more of a contact issue.
The missus just called me an effing knobhead.
Well, she knows you well, then, right? I tell her not to hold back.
I'm 17 years. She knows who I am.
Yeah, tell her not to hold back.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, it's too funny. Oh, you got me dying over here.
Say it as it is.
Nat's on there. What caused it? I had a heater blowing my tank, Nat.
Oh man, I joined and I'm seeing that logo right in the camera. Yikes.
Hey, Seymour.
Hey, what's up, Nick? Hey, Nick.
Good. Yeah.
Do you think a titanium heater is will cause less issues long term than the glass ones?
Me personally, I do. I like them because one is it's just a heating element. It's on or off. So you use a temperature controller with them. So there's nothing for it to go wrong because it's simply heating. That's all it does. The other reason is because it's made of like metal. It doesn't. It's not glass, so you can't crack it, you can't smash it, you can't break it. It's not going to explode on you and all those things. And because it's such a simple thing, because it's just a heating element, I just found that I've never, touch wood, personally, I've never had any issues with any of them. So the reliability, because it just is on and off, and the fact that it's not fragile, it just makes sense to me. And it's like with Paul, like now, I was speaking to him earlier. And it's crazy, right? Because, how much was your lighting? How much was your skimmer? How much was your pumps? And you look at all that, and then you look at, okay, you've got that doser, your nice JHL doser. That's like $600 there. You know, so we've got all this expensive kit that we're aiming to make our corals grow right and all of that. And then like Paul's found out that, you know, it can all go terribly wrong because of a piece of kit that costs like £20.
Yep.
So for me, even if you get a titanium heater and a digital controller, that might set you back in UK, that might set you back 70 to 80 pounds. So it's still less than £100, but it just limits the damage that a £20 piece of kit can do to a system that you spent thousands of pounds to create and also holds upwards of thousands of pounds worth of stock. So for me, you always have to look at a system and look for the weakest link, the weakest thing in that system. So you got to kind of look at it and think, well, potentially in my system, what could go wrong? Where's my weakness? And for me, if you're using a glass heater that costs £20 or £30, then that's the weakest link. So when we do our systems, you know, for me, I have a huge responsibility because a lot of the time these systems aren't for me. These systems are for my clients that have paid thousands of pounds for them. So my standard, I don't use glass heaters at all. I always install titanium heaters with controllers, because then if something does go wrong, then at least I've taken every precaution available to me. And then if it still goes wrong, well, hey, you know, I can't help that, right? But the best I can do for my clients is give them the most reliable equipment, the things that have least potential to go wrong, because a heater can be such a devastating piece of kit, even though it's the cheapest or one of the cheapest pieces of kit.
I got you.
There you go.
You know,
So don't buy cheap. Buy cheap, buy twice.
You know, some people are like, before, Seymour, when you're looking at your skimmer, for example, you probably looking at two different skimmers and thinking, well, this one's, I don't know, $600, this one's $700. And if you felt that the $700 skimmer gave you an advantage or an extra benefit, you would have paid another $100, right? But then when it comes to heaters, I sometimes have people saying, wow, how come the heater's so expensive? And I'll say, because it's titanium and it's a separate digital controller. And they'll go, well, I can get a glass heater for like £20. And I'm thinking, but why save the money there on a piece of equipment that can have such devastating effects, rather than spend a bit more money to ensure as much as possible that it won't? But then look at a skimmer and say, oh yeah, this skimmer is slightly better. It's another $100, but yeah, I'll get that one because it's slightly better. So to me, it's like, you know, where you spend your money sometimes feels not you yourself, Seymour, but I'm just saying generally people, when they spend the money, sometimes it feels a little bit disproportionate, you know, to what you're trying to achieve.
That's me.
Yeah.
One last question.
I'm telling you the truth.
Sometimes there's heaters that they're titanium, but they have their own sort of controller, their own controller connected to it, like a digital controller. What do you think about those?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like to, I think of it this way. If I have a separate digital controller and then I have my heaters, then I prefer sometimes to split the equipment. I'd rather have a heater that just, its only job is to heat. And then I can have a digital controller where, when it's a separate product, that product has been made for its purpose. So that digital controller has been made to be a digital controller and nothing more. So then I feel that, you know, the way the product works is in its own right. So I prefer sometimes to separate the kit like that. Like with the Neptune Apex, you know, we've installed Neptune Apexes, but I still prefer to have a standalone doser that isn't hooked into the Neptune Apex. Not because I don't trust the Neptune Apex, but because I think that if you have all of your eggs in one basket, then if there is something that goes wrong with that basket, you've lost all of your eggs. Where with the doser and the way they work, and you know, the how much we rely on them to be accurate, I'd rather have something that's designed to be a doser on its own right, doing that job on its own 2 feet, separate from something is multitasking all the time.
You went quiet then?
So I just, you know, that's just me though, you know, but that's the way that's my thinking on it.
All right, I got it.
Nick, will you be available all day tomorrow?
I wasted my money on my Apex dose yesterday.
Wasted your money?
Yeah, I just bought the Apex dose yesterday.
No, I'm not saying it's no good. I'm just saying that for me personally, when I'm in my confidence levels, I just feel more confident in a system where certain pieces of kit are doing their function independently of other pieces of kit. So I'm not, you know, loading up too much in one area, because it's like we just said to Paul when Rico was on, that when your system's going really, really well, then watch it even more closely, because get ready, something's at some point is going to go wrong. So
You're
if your
just waiting
system's
for the crash.
yeah, you're just waiting for something to go wrong. And that's why I always, again, look back at the equipment and say, right, if there was going to be a piece of equipment on my system, which one is it going to be that fails? And it, like Paul, you know, he might have looked at it and gone, well, I've got a new pump, I've got a new circulation pump, I've got, this is new, my lights are new, but my heaters, I mean, you know, his wasn't that old, but, you know, if he looks at his heater and go, oh, that heater's 2 years old now. Maybe I ought to change that before it goes wrong, because it's been working for 2 years. When is it going to fail?
Listen to this,
you know,
Nick,
a good
right?
2 years out of it, you know?
Just before it happened, right, the heater blew. I said to the missus, I says, I could smell something coming from the sump. You know what I mean?
Right.
And an hour later, boom.
So that might have been a crack then, you know,
well,
when
the thing
water was
is, I
seeping
should
in.
took it out straight away, but me being me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think, so with your Apex dose narcosis, I'm not saying you shouldn't have bought them at all. I'm just saying that, you know, for me, I prefer to have some kit doing the job on its own, you know, in terms of function, and then some kit, like Apex, the controller, it's a good piece of kit, really good piece of kit. I don't mind that. I've got my, you know, skimmer plugged into it, and my circulation's plugged into it, and my light's plugged into it. Well, if something went wrong with it, and my skimmer stops working, or my light stopped working, or my circulation stops working, well, that's okay, because I can unplug them and then plug them directly into the power supply.
Oh yeah.
But
well,
if you know, if it doesn't
as far
dose,
as heaters go, I'm actually total opposite of you. I don't like putting metal in my tank, because I've noticed every time I do, it seems to leach in my tank. You know, I see it on a Triton test. That
I don't know what
trace
it may
elements.
be. I mean, the heaters you're using though are different to the ones we use, so it might be
But
something to
zinc
do with that.
cores, zinc
You know,
in
particular
your
one.
tank is definitely a bad thing. And he had a zinc heater. The Eheim Jaegers have a
Yeah,
zinc
but that's not the one.
chrome
Yeah, I mean,
heater
we don't
core.
use those
Pretty
ones.
bad.
Yeah, we don't use those ones. We use the solid metal ones.
Yeah. So
That's why we don't use them.
So when it comes to heaters, you either get a copper core or you get a zinc chrome core. And it's like one of those, you know, you either choose the greater good or the greater evil. Which both is tend to do some harm.
I mean, it's one of them as well. You know, at the end of the day, I've been a hobbyist for a long time, and over 30 years, never had a heater explode on me. So, you know, what are the chances? Well, the potential is there, but how often does it actually happen? You know, if Paul contacted Eheim and said this heater failed and blew up in my tank, they might go, wow, that shouldn't ever happen. You know, we've only had one like that happen in maybe 100,000 that we make, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not an everyday occurrence. It's just unfortunately that it happened.
So the only heater I ever had explode on me is the Neotherm heater
Oh, the
by
high door
Cobalt.
ones? Oh,
No,
cobalt ones, yeah.
by Cobalt.
Yeah.
What happened was a return pump got stuck on the heater, and it
Right.
basically just sucked that heater until it exploded, bust open.
Right. They're the
And
like black plastic ones, right?
yep, the black
Yeah.
plastic ones. And nothing happened, but the only thing happened was I seen like oils.
Yeah, because they work on a heated like liquid. It's
Yeah.
like a I don't know what to call it, like a resin.
Yeah. So I seen that on top of my water,
Yeah.
but it didn't do anything to my corals. It didn't kill my fish or nothing like
No.
that. Which was pretty cool in the end, because I was like, hey, nothing happened.
Yeah, they're pretty good heaters. We have them like similar ones made by Hydor. And they claim that they're unbreakable heaters. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I had that one for like 2 years before that happened.
Right.
Or no, like a year, and a couple months.
Yeah.
Before that happened.
I'd say, yeah, they're pretty good. But for me, I'd still prefer to get the metal ones because I just know it's not going to get smashed. Yeah, it's not going to get smashed or chipped or cracked or anything like that.
Yeah. Freaking thing failed. The titanium heater, it ended up failing and overheating my tank.
Right.
But hey, any heater can do that.
Yeah,
right,
exactly. I just don't know.
Pants on. Come on.
I just don't know. Like, it's probably like one in how many tens or hundreds of thousands. I think Paul just got unlucky with that.
Yeah, I mean, like something else could have caused it too. Like maybe like a flood of electricity or voltage or something.
What, spike?
Yeah, like electric spike.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that, or
It's probably got dodgy electrics.
how's this fish?
Whose?
Yours.
Your fish, because when that heater exploded, it would send out like electric arc through your tank.
Yeah, the fish seem to be fine.
Fish are fine. All right.
I'm not counting them, right? Should I count them?
I would count them. I know I would.
But the thing is, I don't even see my fish. I mean, I don't even notice them. 1, 2, 4 rats. That's correct. 2, 3. That's a number. Yeah, all my fish are alive. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to get my son dressed at the moment.
Yeah, they're all alive.
Cause I'm going to meet Mike Epps and Enrico and the whole gang.
You at that thing?
Yeah, aquatic experience. It's only 2 hours away from me, so I'm gonna go there today. Me and my wife and my kid. It's only like $12 to get in, so it's not gonna cost us a whole lot. I get to meet them. Gas is what costs the most, so take a picture with Rico so everybody can forget that he's gonna kick me in the teeth when I get there. Dude.
You there, Nick?
So, how many tests do you have? Do you have like a copper test? Do you have a zinc test? Do you have any?
Nope, none of them. I don't have any metal tests.
I thought you had copper.
No, I'm not tested for copper.
How about?
I use send the ICP book, don't I? So that's why I don't have them.
Oh yeah, I got you. Because it would be nice, if you had at least one of those tests to be able to see what's actually going on.
Yeah, I might just get a couple. Well, there's no point in getting a zinc one.
Yeah, it is. Zinc is definitely one of the worst metals to have in your tank.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you're dosing zinc, because most of the things that you have zinc in it, so if you, it depends when it goes in. Like the Triton, that'll have zinc in it. A little bit. But I dose it every hour, my Triton. So if it catches it as it doses it and things like that, you're just going to get a false reading on it.
Yeah. But zinc is like one of those like parameters where if it's 0.6, you're okay. If it's 0.8, you're not. You know what I mean? Like one of those parameters that is like goes like toxic like real quick.
Yeah.
So pretty much when I got my ICP test back, it said like this is the advance. Be very careful when dosing this because this can really harm your tank. Zinc. Same thing with human beings. If we have too much zinc, we get really, really sick. Really sick. Really quick.
It's one of them things where your corals need it, but it kills them if they give them too much of it.
Yeah. Colors them up real nice, but if you overdo it, then you definitely be hurting.
Is that your daughter singing?
No, that's my son.
So, I don't know
Come on, man. Come on, man.
How many kids have you got?
I only got one. I got the 4-year-old.
All right.
The dog.
One that you know of. One that you know of.
One more time?
Said one that you know of.
Sorry, Paul. I'm not like you, my friend.
Cheeky cow.
I wasn't 19 and had a good time. So what do you got planned today, Paul?
I'm going to sort this tank out, and then I'm going to go to my mate's house. I've got some fireworks and a bonfire. It's bonfire night here tomorrow.
Okay.
You know what bonfire night is, don't you?
Yeah, bonfire, yeah. So how much of a water change did you do to your tank?
I've done one water change, which I did the other day. And I've just got some water to do another one now. Now people are putting me off doing a water change.
Wait, how much of a water change are you thinking? Are you thinking like 15%, 10%?
No, the last one, I did, I did 10%. But I don't want to do too much, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm going to do a 10% one now.
Yeah. 10% won't hurt much as long as you're using a normal salt, not like the hot salts and stuff like that, or the anhydrous salt. Oh my God! I cannot find this kid's pants.
No. Well, 1 second. Why would I have moved the TV? Why would I have moved the TV? I've not touched the TV. No, I've not.
What's up, Dave?
Must have been a burglar.
Good morning.
What's new, man?
Okay.
Not much.
Ambulance. You live near the fire station. I live near the hospital. I was going to say, Dave, yes. Sorry before, Dave. I was cleaning the tank when you put the message on there.
That's all right. That's all right. Nobody was reading the comments, and when Nick's on, sometimes it gets stuck on a different subject, like whatever Nick wants to talk about. Yeah, I just wanted to know how long you think you got electricity going through your tank
Oh,
before the circuit popped.
It did it straight away. It was like a flash,
Right.
and it went off.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me see what it says on here. There was a certain switch on my box that went off, which it usually does that when it's like certain shorts. It says residual current device that switched off.
It's like a GFI.
Tell you what, Dave, to me that means blah, 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 blah. What does that mean?
Ground fault.
Right.
Ground fault.
Ground fault circuit.
So what would that have caused that to go off? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah. I mean, basically, anytime something starts pulling too much electricity,
When
it'll go off.
when you say that you thought there was condensation in there, condensation would be one thing. Salt water in there would be even worse. Salt water is almost as conductive as wire.
Right.
So basically what happens is when salt water touches metal that is doing sending out electricity through it, as it basically creates oxygen. It does electrolysis, which means it is bubbling out the oxygen in the water by using electricity. So that's what made it explode. It basically filled that heater up full of 100% oxygen.
Well, the heater shouldn't have been full of water, and it wouldn't have happened.
That's after being 12 months old. You'd expect it to last longer than 12 months.
Nope.
Well, yeah, but
No,
if you had it next to your
electricity made
protein
it
skimmer,
explode.
yeah.
What you got to worry about is what did it do to your chemistry? That little bit of electric, that little bit of carbon, that little bit of oxygen. What did it do to your chemistry? Did it turn all the iron in your tank into rust, which is GFO? There's so many chemically things on a chemist level that you may not even know happened.
Exactly.
Sure.
Someone else mentioned that.
Dave. Check your alkalinity. Is it very different than it was?
Well, check the alkalinity. The alkalinity is spot on, Sam.
Pretty much most of that is not going to change. What happened was that it basically departicleized the zinc core into his tank. So it basically poisoned his tank with zinc, doing electrolysis. Yep. Sorry, guys, I have a cold today. Dave got out. Dave, where'd you go, buddy? You didn't kick him?
Hello. Where's Dave come? Where you gone, Dave?
Hey, you there, Paul?
I'm here, yeah.
What happened? Did the stream go down?
I don't know. Why has it stopped?
I got kicked out. I think Dave got kicked out. I'm not sure.
What's happened?
I'm not sure. Let me check the YouTube.
Oh, YouTube's on. I know what I've done. I put my laptop on the kitchen side where there's no bloody internet. No, I want to kick you out. Dave, did you get kicked out? Could have got kicked out. I never kicked him out. I was in the back garden.
You tried to give him controls and kicked him out?
No, I was in the back garden. I was emptying the white vinegar in the down the drain. Yeah, Dave.
Oh, I see. Let's get dressed.
I don't know. Why is it? Oh, it's live. Is it still live, isn't it?
Yeah. It's still live. So, did you put in like double the carbon into your system, or you just changed out the carbon?
I've changed it out. I've put less in it, and I'm going to change it more.
Okay.
Do it that way. It's the best route for me. Or in American, C's the best route for me, not route. Route.
The best route or route. That's funny.
Route 66. Anyway, what I'm going to shut this down now anyway because I'm going to crack on. Can't do it while
All right, sounds good.
So much stuff to do. Right, so I'll catch you later, people, whoever's on, and see you soon.
All right, talk to you later, buddy.
In a bit, mate.